style of football and think that they win the league. Because, you know, you're always going to concede goals, aren't you? And sometimes you're going to concede more than you score on that side of football. You might get away with it up in Scotland, but you're not going to get away with it. You're not going to get away with it. You can't get away with it. Good game, Dennis. Smash.
And so it finishes then at the Green Box this afternoon. Ashford United 3, Dealtown 0.
Off you go.
Lloyd, that feels better, doesn't it? Nice 3-0 win over Deal today.
Yeah, it's a win that we needed. We needed to get the monkey off our back that we keep losing. We've been on a bad spell. It's really hard sometimes to break that spell. When you're losing games, it's easy to continue losing games and feel sorry for yourself. But you have to put, the lads today were outstanding from the first minute. We had a bit of a game plan. Anyone that's been to training and seen what we're doing in terms of the shape and the pressing and the higher up the pitch we want to get, and that really paid dividends today. So as a management team, we look at it and go, they're listening and we're getting what we want. But that's not about the management team. That's about the players. They were superb today in every department.
And we were saying before the game, that's probably the strongest 11 we've been able to put out for a long time.
Yeah, probably since early December, maybe even November. That's the strongest side we put out. We had options from the bench as well that came on and did a good job. But for me today was about personal standards as well as team standards. When I ask people to do individual roles, I've been critical behind closed doors. So I'll be positive behind closed doors and won't name names. But there's a couple of people performances out there today that were outstanding. And I just said in the dressing room, there's a standard you've set yourself and you can't drop below that. And if we do that as individuals, we'll do that as a team, and we'll go on and win more games than we lose. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I bet your skipper Craig Stone must want to play Deal every week. I mean, that's another 2 goals today and he's scored twice against them already this season. He must be thrilled, mustn't he?
Well, yeah, he's thrilled, and I'm thrilled for him, to be fair, but not really because of the goals he scored. Defensively today, I thought him and Tulu and Sam Smith were immense. I'm not saying Barry wasn't. Barry's got his standards. He never drops below them. But Tulu today, that's a game that, he was outstanding from the first minute to the last. I'm asking him just to be a centre half, and he was just a centre half today, and he was superb at it. Sam Smith, that's his best performance by a long way for us. Defensively, he was very, very strong. He was solid for us. He got forward. And, I've said I won't name names, but they're the people I've talked about standards and how good they were today. We've got to go and do it again next week. You can't just do these things one-off. You have to take that forward. We have to work really hard through the week again on the same stuff we've been doing for the last 2 weeks until it becomes embedded in the way that we think on the pitch.
Yeah, and it was a really good shape you had out there today. It was good to have Michael West back. He made a big difference, I thought, in midfield. And Louis Collins, of course, you get what you get with Louis Collins.
Listen, you put Michael West and Louis Collins in any team, they're going to be a better team. Yeah. And, I'd say that at this level and perhaps the one above, because they're outstanding players, they're outstanding lads. Their work rate is unbelievable. Jack, I think you saw the best of Jack today. Last week was difficult for him because we were so short on numbers. And then today, like a dominant midfielder that run the game for us. And it was great to see people like Tommy Penfold come back. He's been out since pre-season and get 20 minutes. And he did a good job when he came on as well. So it's great as a manager to have a few options. But I keep repeating, the players get the credit today because they were the ones that did the job. They all over the park, they took their responsibilities. And I think that's a big thing that we haven't been doing. Set pieces against today, we look solid as opposed to not wanting to win battles. So I'm really, really pleased at the way we defended as an 11, not as a back 4.
And delighted with a clean sheet. We're saying behind the goal that clean sheet's probably just as important as the 3 goals. Really, it was.
I don't know. I'm conflicted by that because one or 2 players get clean sheet bonuses. So I think I might rather lose 4-1 than 3-0. And that's tongue in cheek because a clean sheet's really important. If they nick one at the end, which they didn't deserve to do, but if they did, 3-1 doesn't sound the same as 3-0. That was a convincing 3-0 victory. Yeah. I thought for 10 minutes at the end of the first half, we lost our shape a little bit. We talked about that in the dressing room at half time. We came out, we had our shape again, and we looked a strong, solid side today.
Yeah. Next week, Broadbridge Heath away. Probably, if we don't perform the same as we did today, today's great win doesn't mean as much.
Listen, we've got to perform like that every time we cross that line. That's where, our season's been really inconsistent, and that's what I'm going to challenge the lads at this week. There's the bar that you've set. Make sure we go again and we don't drop below that standard. You can't always have the best game, but you can always work to your maximum potential in terms of effort that you put in. And that's what I was really pleased about today. You look at young Harry, the yards he's covered in there. Fantastic. And how much running he's done, and then he nicks a goal, and I'm like, good for you because you deserve it.
Absolutely.
So, you know, there's a lot of players come out with a lot of credit today.
Yeah, really enjoyed it. Well done, Lloyd. And on to Ballridge Heath next week. Let's do it again.
Brilliant. Cheers, guys.
Thank you.